One day. We're doing a one day. 10:43. Give me a break, okay? New parent. We'll have our ups and we'll have our downs while getting to be a responsible, early rising, hardworking parent. What is that? I don't know. It's got no lip. It's bent like that. I'm just going for a weird shape. Why? Why make this? The thing is, I'm gonna make this out of balsa wood. I was fishing with a bait yesterday that was made out of balsa wood. That first one day I ever did. And I was just demolishing bass left and right. Caught an untold number of bass. You should have been there. It was great. And it got me thinking, last night in my chair, there's more that you can do with balsa wood and make really good baits. Super buoyant. Like, the thing about it is it's so buoyant. And just, you can get such good actions out of balsa wood. It's insane. So I'm gonna experiment with it for a while. Probably a few videos to come. Don't hold me to that, but let's start with this. Interesting shape, right? Let's go. One day. One day. I have glue sticks now. A ton of glue sticks. Thank you to the anonymous people. I think you were anonymous. Thank you to the people who sent me 3 dozen glue sticks. Much appreciated. I feel like I should finish my bottle of spray adhesive, but since you guys sent me so many glue sticks, I'm gonna use those. Thank you. I guess there's more stuff I need to... Thank you to who sent me this. It's to twist wire. It's one of these, like, you clamp your wire in there, you pull this, you see how it's like threaded and twists, like it twists your wire for you. Thank you. Somebody sent me some Nipix wire bending pliers with the round nose and everything. Thank you. You shouldn't have. Those are expensive pliers. And then I also got these, you know, it's got a flat side and a smaller rounder end. These will be good for bending like small loops. Thank you. And then another pair, it's got like a cup end with a round, you know, you squish wire in there and it bends it when you squish it. Thank you. That's it for now. I might think of something else. Or I might find something else that somebody sent. Oh, what's that? You like my knife? You're wondering where you could get my knife? Half the comments on the last video was asking about this knife. Well, you'll just have to go to my new Amazon store and get one. There's also a bunch of other stuff in there that you can use to make lures. Lure making tools and supplies. Links in the description. It's a CRKT rip snort, by the way. You don't have to go to my store to find it. It's CRKT's cleaver style knife. I love it. I mean, I don't love it, but it's a nice knife. I'm going Oprah on you guys. I didn't record that? Oh. Now I have to pretend that I am just gluing this on, but I already did. Yeah, I applied the glue, stuck it to the piece of balsa wood. That's so much nicer though with the glue stick. Amazing gluing technology. I hope this doesn't just spin in the water. That's my worst nightmare with this lure right now. That I don't put enough weight in it and it just bloop, 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 bloop. Nothing about this bait is going to be flowing with the grain of this wood. A little bit of pressure like that and gonna break right in half, so I gotta be careful. I drank a lot of coffee this morning. I didn't record that either. I need to get my head straight this morning, jeez. But yeah, I sanded down the edges there of that taper and didn't hit record while I did it. Oh good, I'm recording. Apparently I have to check that a lot today. I guess what this is going to be is a jerk bait, because I'm going to have the line tie right off the nose, treble hook right there, another one on the back, and I'm just going to see what this shape of a body does as a jerk bait. Glad I figured that out. Oh, I got to draw a center line first. This bait's going to be through wire, by the way. That's why I'm doing this. A bit of a challenging shape to get a through wire harness inside of, but we will. Yeah, I can't even get my saw down there. Maybe this one. Just scrape at it with the corner of a saw. I'll have to press a wire into there and glue it at the same time. Okay, I think that's good as I proceed to keep working on it. I think we're good. I think I got as close as possible to deepening this slot towards the head without going through. I think one more pass and I would go through. So, and then the slot back here, it's really shallow, and I'm just gonna press a wire into that, so it's gonna be kind of flush with the bottom, and then it's gonna come out the back here. That works really nice. Now I can be really cool and have round line ties, because round line ties are so much cooler than square line ties. Don't you guys agree? So yeah, that was able to press in there quite nicely. So that wire harness that I just glued in is what's going to give this entire bait its strength. I mean, otherwise it would just snap right in half when a fish bit it. Ouch. I just glued a bunch of balsa wood to my thumb and it burns. Anyway, that went pretty smooth for the crazy shape that this bait is. Now I'm going to drill out a bunch of wood. I think I want this bait to be kind of a slow sink because it'll be interesting to see what it does on the fall, you know, if it does wiggle or wobble. And it's a jerk bait, so yeah, I want a slow sink. There. I'm going to have all the weight towards the head here. There's not very much wood back here, and the hook and the wire being back here I think is already going to be weighing it down quite a bit. Quite a bit. There, loaded it up with lead. That's probably too much, but I'll drill the rest out. Or I mean, I'll drill out what it doesn't need. I'm gonna drill out some eye sockets, and then I'm gonna seal the wood, and then I'm gonna test it and drill out the lead that it doesn't need. Those fumes are not to be sniffed, people. Be careful. Okay, I'm officially out of it today. I didn't drill the eye sockets first, and I said I was going to, but then I just sealed it with super glue. Jeez, man. All right, let's drill the eye sockets. Let's get that done. That really minimizes tear out though. When you drill after sealing it with super glue, it looks really clean, those eye sockets. So maybe I'll be doing that from now on, you know? I got some hooks on it. We got it all sealed up. Time to test it. Well, that sinks like a rock. All right, let's take some weight out. Starting towards the head, I drilled a little hole right there. See if there's any difference. Because I've noticed it wants to go head first and then it sinks. So, still really quick. I got a lot of lead to drill out of this. One sec. That's a little better. I can see, you guys probably can't, but from the top here, I can see a shimmy as it falls. I think I want to go even further and take more lead out. All right, that was quite a bit. Oh, that's beautiful though. I'm gonna go even further. Let's take a little bit more out. Okay, now it doesn't sink, but I'm going to add the super glue and baking soda. And that compound of super glue and baking soda, it sinks hard, so hopefully it'll get this bait to sink and it'll be just enough to where it falls super slow. That'll be good. All right. Now hopefully this sinks. If it doesn't, I have to drill this out and add lead. That'd be annoying. Dang it! Okay, little drop of lead right there. This should do it. Perfect. That'll be good. I'm gonna smooth all of this super glue and baking soda down, get this bait sanded, and it'll be ready for painting. I was going at that with the 220 grit for quite a while, but we're smooth, it looks good, time to paint. Totally aware that this is not the tool to be using for something like this, but I don't have a pair of vice grips. Just because I said that, don't send me 50 pairs of vice grips, please. But this is what I'm gonna use this as, just kind of a holder, because it doesn't have a lip. So I am hard on my tools, but that's not ruining this tool, getting paint on it, don't worry. Starting with white. I don't know why I just screamed that. I'm becoming a YouTuber. I think that since this is such a weird bait, the old clown paint scheme would probably look really good on this. Or at least it would be appropriate, you know? And that's just red, yellow, and white. I'm gonna do more than just red on the head, yellow on the top, white on the belly. But that's gonna be the look. That yellow is bright. The wicked yellow, Like I'm going back over it again and again thinking it's gonna get darker, but it's just unbelievably bright. So this is gonna be a first for a one day. I'm gonna give this bait 2 clear coats, and I'm putting one on right now. It's going between layers of paint. Having the bait warm kind of helps with getting this clear coat to run off it nicely. We're gonna let this drip for a bit, put it in the UV tank, and get back to painting. So that is what we're dealing with now. That's gonna be a nice smooth surface to paint all the details on. I made a little 90-degree stencil here. We're gonna give this clown paint scheme some extra detail with it. We're just gonna go along the curvature of the body and do this kind of thing along the way with some silver. That looks pretty cool. Now I've got some window screen. I'm gonna go across the top here and add some red scales just on the top. All right, that looks like crap. I don't even want to show you guys, but got really hazy and not scale looking in the middle there. So I'm gonna go over the top of this with a little bit of detail black to hide that. Then I might try to put some sort of scales along the flank there on the shoulder. We'll see. That looks better. You can still see some scales back there, but not bad. Very difficult to hold window screen over this bait evenly. That looks good. And we're done painting. Just need to glue on 2 eyes. And we're gonna clear coat again. See you in a half hour. Just gotta clean up all of these hook hangers and line tie. And put the hooks on. I don't need to be wearing this glove. Clear coat on this is really set well. It's 2 layers thick. This bait should last a long time. I have a longer, smaller hook on the back of this bait, and then a shorter shanked but wide treble on the front. And I just put the wrong one on the front here. There. Our oddly shaped jerk bait in a clown paint scheme. I guess that's what you would call all of this. Let's go see what it does in the water and if it catches fish. That buddy right there scared the crap out of me when he got in this car through the window. You guys should have seen it. Okay, we're at a pond. Mr. Grasshopper won't get out of my car. So does it bother anybody that my straps are twisted? Some of my OCD subscribers were mentioning that. I don't care. I'm gonna have to deal with my twisted straps. I think I just broke my lens. Never mind. Just needed a little persuasion, and it's fixed. Let's not put the camera on the top of my car anymore. Didn't know which rod to bring, so I brought them both. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Get to see what this bait does. It does nothing. How does it do nothing? How does something shaped that weirdly do nothing? Nothing like discernible and precise and like, you know, like a crankbait wobbles, a jerkbait jerks, a glide bait glides. This thing does nothing. I bet we can still catch a fish, but that's kind of, it's good to know. You put a big curve in a bait like that and it does nothing. I guess when you twitch it, it does this. You can pretty reliably get it to equally go from side to side to side to side, you know? I think you know what I'm trying to say. There we go. Fish on. A very slow. Looks like almost dead bass. Wow. Oh. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Oh, that really sucks. Man. I should have been using my bait caster. It's got 20-pound test on it. That has 10. I just lost that bait. Wow. What a fail. Man. I even gave that bait 2 clear coats. I wanted it to last. There we go. That might be a crappie. I'm just using a jig. Oh no, it's a bluegill. A very decent bluegill. Could eat that. I don't have any ice though. That's rough. At least it didn't work very good. I mean, it caught fish, obviously. But there was no action to it. I probably just got lucky when I hooked into that bass that I lost the lure on. Oh well, we'll make more. It's what this channel's all about. Making more lures. We may have failed the one day, but we're not gonna quit. This is what I was doing last night. I made another one. This time we have a lip on it, and there's a feathered treble hook that Chelsea tied from a different bait, that flying hellgrammite bait. I took it. We're gonna see how it runs now. It'd be good to do a little bit of experimentation with adding the lip too. Oh, and 20-pound test Power Pro. Brand new stuff. The line on this bait caster and my spin caster that I just lost the other lure on was like over 2 years old. It's kind of ridiculous that I fish these lures that I made and spent a lot of time making with such crappy line. I know. Sometimes I do ridiculous things. What can I say? There. New line, new bait. Tried to make it exactly the same paint scheme and everything as before. Let's try this. There we go. Got something. Oh, that was a pike. Dang it. I'm going to take the feathered treble hook off. Possibly give it a better chance of getting bit and help out the action. See what that did. Oh, that gave it a lot more action. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Too bad this water only has a foot of visibility. There it is. A lot more wobble. There we go. Right at the bank. That's how I caught that last bass here. Tiny bass. It's been running from pike his whole life. There. I poked myself with the hook. But it's official. It was already kind of official with the bass. Too bad I didn't catch that pike. Was that a walleye? I don't know what that was. It's time to get back at these fish at this pond. Whoa. Whoa. There we go. Okay. Get him on the dock. Oh. There. It's almost like
like it's the same fish that stole my last one. Redemption. It's official. Bass Lake, weirdly shaped baits made the second time around. Whoa. A fish just hit my bait when it was all clumped up, and yeah, there's just a bunch of weeds on it and I was dragging it across the top. Huh. That was lucky. Still catching fish on the broken, weirdly shaped jerkbait, crankbait, whatever you want to call it. Goes to show, even if you got weeds on your bait, keep fishing it. Catch fish that way, you know? The more pond scum, the better. Oh, I forgot. I gotta leave that crap on there. Whoops. There's something. What do we got? Another bass. Stinky bass. There's another. Oh, we spat it. Dang it. I think I'll just have to hang this one up. It's got quite the battle scar. That was quite the one day. Made the weirdly shaped bait, lost it on the first fish, went back home that night and made another, went back out, caught some fish. It's the first time I ever smacked one of my baits on a piece of metal and split it in half, and then kept fishing with it and caught fish. That was pretty sweet. At first I was like, oh, dang it. Video's over. In a really pathetic way, because lost my first bait and broke my second, but it ended up working. Through wire. Pretty sweet. Chip, don't do that. It's gonna be a weird video to edit. I'm gonna go do that though. I feel like there's more I wanted to say. No. On to the next bait.